Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to be making spaghetti jollof. This is my first time trying out this recipe. I saw it online, I thought it looked so good and I decided to give it a try. This is the result. It looked good, it tasted good, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If this is your first time, you're welcome. I hope you stay. So for this recipe we're using some pasta, some chicken, tomatoes, green bell peppers, 1 onion bulb, some garlic, and just 1 habanero pepper. And also be needing some tomato puree, a seasoning blend, and oil. So first we want to marinate the chicken. I'm using a seasoning blend of basil, oregano, rosemary, thyme, parsley, garlic, ginger, and I sprinkled in some salt. We're gonna give it a good mix, coat the chicken with a seasoning mix and set it aside for some time. I'm going to chop up my onion and tomato and blend it. So I use just 1 habanero pepper. They're very hot, but if you like spicy food, you can go for 2. Yeah, so I don't like spicy food. All right, I'm also going to chop up my green bell peppers. These are good for color, for that nutrition, and then also for taste. And we're going to boil our pasta. So I don't like to break my pasta. I just put one end of it in the water, and when that end is a bit soft, I push the rest in. But if you're using a big pan, this should not be a problem, but because my pan was small, I had to use this method. So if you have a small pan and you don't want to break up your pasta, you can try this out. And I sprinkled in some oil later off camera, right? So this is the pan I'm going to be using for the sauce. Kindly use a big pan because I used a small one and I regretted it. So use a big pan and use something that's deep because you're going to be moving the pasta around, so that it doesn't fall off. So after marinating the chicken for like an hour, I'm going to fry it until it is brown and then until all those juices come out. You see the end. Yeah. So as you can see, they're brown and then also the juices are out. So at this point, I'm going to take it off fire and set it aside. I added a bit more oil because I thought the oil was so small. Even though I didn't want to use a lot of oil for this recipe, as you can see, it's still small. And that's exactly how I wanted it to be, right? Otherwise, I think the sauce would be too oily and the spaghetti will end up being too soggy. I don't know. So this was just enough for how I want my food. And I added just 1 tablespoon of tomato puree. But you can add more if you want more color, right? It was quite a hassle getting it to fry, but hey, I succeeded at some point. And after this is fried for some time, I'm going to be adding the tomato blend, which turned out to be quite watery, to be honest. So kindly watch it. Don't use too much water when you're blending it. Otherwise, it has to be on fire for a long time. That's what happened to me. So this after about 20 minutes and much of the water has evaporated, I'm going to add the rest of the seasoning mix. Okay. And then I'm going to leave it on fire for an extra 10 minutes to get all that water out. As you can see, I made a lot of mistakes trying this recipe, but the end was good. So yeah. So this is it after almost all of the water has evaporated. You have kind of like a dry sauce, and that's exactly how I wanted it. And I had to transfer the sauce onto the spaghetti and not the other way around, because the spaghetti pan was bigger and it allowed me to move things around easier, you know. So you want to coat every strand of spaghetti with a sauce, right? And you have to be careful, otherwise you're going to end up with short strands, which is what happened to me. And also add your chicken and also your bell peppers. Give it a good mix, you know, get the juices onto the spaghetti. And then you have to leave this on fire for very low heat for some time, so that, you know, the flavor comes out, especially the flavor of the bell peppers. It's amazing. So this is the end of the whole thing. You saw that I made a lot of mistakes. My blend was watery, my pan was small. I mean, I wish I could do better, but the end was good. And my spaghetti short. I mean, yeah, I wanted them to be long, but they came out quite short, but they're edible. So that's the whole thing, you know. Sometimes the journey to the destination you're looking for is not as smooth as you want it to be, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. God has a good end for all of us. The process may be tough, but He's with us, and that is what matters. He's going to see us through. So let's cheer. See ya.